Hello students, welcome to the video. So in today's video we will start exploring different phyla of kingdom Animalia. So in the previous classes we have studied, in the previous video we have studied the different bases of classification of kingdom Animalia. We have come up with what are the features of kingdom Animalia that we consider for the classification, right? So we have studied that there are 11 different phyla of the kingdom Animalia. So one by one different phylum we will study in this video. So phylum Porifera. So when we study any kingdom we will study these all points. What are the levels of organization, how the symmetry is seen, how many germ layers are found, whether it is coelomate, acoelomate or pseudocoelomate, habitat, the digestive system is present or no, respiratory, circulatory system, and how the reproduction takes place, and what are the unique features found in that phylum and their example. So all these points we will study in one by one phylum. So let us start. So first comes the phylum Porifera, the general characteristics. So how the phylum Porifera, the characteristics? First comes the grade of organization. So how the Porifera is having the grade? It is having the cellular grade of organization. Cellular level in the sense this organism, it is developed only up to the cellular level. It has not upgraded. So our animal, our organism ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗೈತಿ only cellular level ವರೆಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗೈತಿ. It has not upgraded to tissue level. So grade of organization here is cellular level. So next, what is symmetry? Symmetry is asymmetrical. So when you come up with these terms, I have already explained the meaning of these terms, what is asymmetry, what is radial symmetry in the previous video. So you should learn it so that when these terminologies come, you will easily remember. Okay, you will easily understand. So asymmetrical in the sense the body, the organism cannot be divided into two equal halves, right? Then we call it as asymmetrical. Radial symmetry means any central axis through if you take, you can divide it into two equal halves. So symmetry is asymmetrical and some are radial symmetrical. So this symmetry found in Porifera is asymmetrical or radial symmetry. So since they are not upgraded, they are not developed, germ layers are absent. And what is coelom? Coelom is acoelomate. So even while studying what is coelom, coelom is central cavity, right? The cavity present or absent, based on that we can divide coelom into acoelomate, acoelomate, right, and true coelom, right? So these Porifera, they are acoelomate. That means the central cavity is not lined by mesoderm. Okay, so there is the central cavity is not lined by mesoderm. If it is absent, then it is called as acoelomate. So next comes what is habit and habitat. So these are the general characteristics you should know. So what are the habit and habitat of the Porifera? So they are mostly marine. That means they are aquatic, which are most of them they are marine. They are sedentary. Sedentary in the sense they are attached to some surface. Okay, so they are still and they are attached to some surface. Solitary or colonial. Okay, so they are colonial, meaning they will be in the colonies. So groups together, group ಒಳಗಾದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ತಾವ. Solitary ಅಂದ್ರೆ free single ಆದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ತಾವ. Okay, so they'll be free singly, or they'll be single living, or they'll be having colonies. Okay, together they will live. Okay, they form the colony and they will live together. So what is the habit and habitat? They are mostly aquatic. Okay, they are marine. So they are sedentary. That means they are attached to some surface. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು surface ಗೆ attach ಆಗಿರ್ತಾವ. ಸಾಲಿಟರಿ ಆದರೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಂದರೆ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಆಗಿನೂ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು, ಅಥವಾ you can find them in the group. That means they might be solitary or they might be colonial. Okay, so these comes the habit and habitat. So what about the digestive system? Digestive system here is absent. Okay, so digestive system is absent. That is, as we have already seen, that means it is just having cellular level of organization. So systems ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತಾವ, ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆದ್ರಷ್ಟು ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟಿವ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಟರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಸ್, ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್, ಸೊ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟಿವ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಏನಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟಿವ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್. Intracellular digestion, so that means digestion inside the cell is present. That means so system full complete agi digestive system, organ system present illa. Okay, but how the digestion takes place, since it is they are made up of cells, right? The cellular level aitid. ಸೊ ಈ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಯಾವ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಮಟ್ಟ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗೈತಿ, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಮಟ್ಟ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗೈತಿ. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಿ cell only the digestion should take place. So digestion inside the cell we call it as intracellular digestion. Okay, so respiratory system absent, circulatory system is also absent. So these are the general characteristics, and now we will study how the reproduction takes place in these animals. Okay, so asexual reproduction is by fragmentation. Okay, and sexual reproduction we will see how it takes place. Okay, so but the sexual reproduction is not there in depth. Okay, so you just have to remember reproduction is both asexual by fragmentation also and also by sexual methods. Okay, so they are hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite andre male and female sex organs are present in the single individual. Okay, so single one the individual vargu. So here hermaphrodite, you will come up with the term many times. Note down, it is very important terminology. Okay, you should remember what is hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite is any organism which will be having both male and female sex organs present in a single individual. Male and female sex organs ಒಂದೇ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, hermaphrodite ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ how the fertilization is taking place, internal fertilization, and development is indirect, that is larval stage is present. Okay, so what do you mean by, so first we got to know what is hermaphrodite. hermaphrodite ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಒಳಗನ ಬೋತ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅಂತ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಗೆ hermaphrodite ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್. ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ when the both male and female gametes fuse together form this zygote. Okay, this fertilization, it takes place inside the body of the female or organism, then we call it as internal fertilization. So even porifera ಒಳಗೂ internal fertilization ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ಹಂಗಿದ್ರೆ external fertilization ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. external fertilization you will study in frogs, right? So the fertilization itself, fusion of male and female gametes, it takes place outside the female body, then we call it as external fertilization, right? So when you will be studying example frog, you will study. Okay, so you might have already studied also metamorphosis and fertilization, how it takes place in the frog life cycle. Okay, so internal fertilization meaning fertilization taking place inside the female body. Okay, so next comes development is indirect, that is larval stage is present. So what is direct and indirect development, you should know. Direct development is when an organism give birth to young ones directly. Okay, so for example how the human beings give birth to the baby. Okay, it is direct development. Okay, and the baby develops directly. But here indirect development ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಲಾರ್ವಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಆ ಲಾರ್ವಾ ಅನ್ನೋದೇನು ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತೀವಿ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಲಾರ್ವಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತೀವಿ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. So since this reproduction it is not that important, but you should just know for your competitive exam also. So and to also understand what is this internal fertilization and what is this larva. Okay, so larval stage, as you can see here, there is an adult sponge. Okay, so as we have seen, hermaphrodite andre male and female ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದೇ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಒಳಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಹರ್ಮೋಫ್ರೋಡೈಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪಾಂಜ್, ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಪಾಂಜ್ ಏನು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡತೈತಿ, ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡತೈತಿ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಲೀಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಲೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿ another sponge which will be having the egg. Okay, so to that means to reach this egg, the sperms, they will travel to reach this egg. So after that the fertilization takes place. So where the fertilization taking place? It is taking place inside the female body, inside this organism. Then we call it as internal fertilization. Okay, so and then after fertilization ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, after fertilization the zygote should form. So here the larva is formed. Okay, ಈ ಲಾರ್ವಾ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಅಗೇನ್ ಇದು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಲಾರ್ವಾ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಥ್ರೂ the water current. So water, obviously they are marine or fresh, any water forms, water bodies, aquatic form ಒಳಗೆ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ವಾಟರ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಅದೇನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಲಾರ್ವಾ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸೆಟಲ್ ಸಮ್ವೇರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ನ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ಲಾರ್ವಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಇದೇ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಪಾಂಜ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತೆ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ರಿಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿಕಗ್ನೈಸ್, ಓಕೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಲಾರ್ವಾ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಪಾಂಜ್ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ಲಾರ್ವಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಬಂದು ಲಾರ್ವಾ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮದರ್ ಊಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಝೈಗೋಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಲಾರ್ವಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಹಿಯರ್? So the reproduction in the porifera is asexual as well as sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction ಅಂದ್ರೆ fragmentation. One fragment formation, fragment ಆಗಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ that fragment will grow as new organism. So asexual reproduction is through fragmentation and also by sexual reproduction. Okay, so next hermaphrodites. So what is hermaphrodite? Male and female sex organs present in the single individual, then we call it as hermaphrodite. So these are hermaphrodites. So how the fertilization takes place? Fertilization takes place inside only, inside a female organism or inside an organism, then we call it as internal fertilization. How the fertilization is taking place? Inside, internal fertilization. And how the development is taking place? Development is indirect. Indirect meaning there is larval stage present. Okay, so then what are the unique features of this phylum? See, here the unique system or unique feature present is water canal system. So since they are aquatic forms, and as I said, they can be attached, sedentary ಅಂತ ಕರೆದ್ವಿ ನಾವು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ they have the water canal system. So what is this water canal system? Water enters through millions of minute spores which are called as ostia in the body wall into the central cavity. Okay, So ostia into the central cavity, which is called as spongocoel, from where it goes out through the osculum. So you can see here in this picture, as you can see here, the minute pores are present here. So these minute pores, through these minute pores, the water enters into spongocoel. So this spongocoel, it enters, and after that it will go out through the osculum. Very important, you should remember. So how the water enters? The water enters through the ostia, which is minute pores, and then after that it goes out through the osculum. So where the water enters, this cavity it enters is called as spongocoel, and through spongocoel it goes out through osculum. Okay, so here water enters through millions of minute pores is called as ostia in the body wall into the central cavity. So one more thing, you will get confused with spongocoel and coelomate, coelomate. That is different. So coelom and coelomate, it is based on the lining of mesoderm. So here central cavity, this cavity is different. Okay, so this central cavity is called as spongocoel. So this central cavity is present here. So this central cavity we call it as spongocoel. So water enters through the ostia, which are having, so edru through enter agtati water, ostia through. That means it enters through the minute pores. Okay, and it reaches spongocoel, which is the central cavity present inside, and then it goes out through the osculum. Okay, so water, it goes through ostia, spongocoel, osculum, and water goes out. Okay, so canal system yadak use agtೈತೆ ಅವಕ್ಕೆ? It is used for food gathering. So food water current ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಫುಡ್ ಏನು ಬರ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ, ಫುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ವಾಟರ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಅದೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಒಳಗೆ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೈತಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇವನ್ ಗೇಷಿಯಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಾಯಿಂದ ವಾಟರ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಗೇಷಿಯಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇದ್ರ ಒಳಗಿರುವಂಥ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಆಗಿ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ ವಾಟರ್ ಥ್ರೂನ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ food gathering, gaseous exchange, and removal of waste. So very important slide. Mainly ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರದ್ದು unique features ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, so general characteristics, especially these unique features are very important. Okay, so what are the unique features? They are having the water canal system. They may ask where the water canal system is present. Okay, so in which phylum the water canal system is present? It is present in the phylum Porifera. How these spongocoel and canals, okay, water canals, how they are lined? So these are lined with collar cells, or we can also call them as cyanocytes. So you may be asked with question like what are collar cells or what are cyanocytes? Okay, you should remember that the canal system, okay, spongocoel or the canal system in the porifera are lined with the cells, okay, or cyanocytes are called as collar cells. Okay, so that you should remember. So this diagram you can see where these cyanocyte cells are present, how they are lined, how they are present. They are just lined with these cyanocytes or collar cells. Okay, so they are lined with collar cells. So body is supported by spicules and spongin fibers. So it also needs support to stand and to withstand water current, right? So for that spicules and spongin fibers are present to support, get the support. Okay, so body, how the body is supported? It is supported by spicules and spongin fibers. As you can see, body hang support ageti, there are glass like spicules. Okay, so they are glass like spicules and spongin fibers. As you can see here, there are spongin fiber-like structures. These are yellow color is fiber-like structure. Okay, so that is present to support the body. So what are the different examples of porifera? The examples also you should remember. Okay, whenever asked, what are the characteristics features of phylum Porifera, then you should write the general characteristic feature, its reproduction, its unique features, and then you should mention the examples properly. Then only you will get the marks, or else you won't get the marks. So what are the examples? Cycon, you can say, or Scypha, Spongilla, which is freshwater sponge, or Euspongia, which is bath sponge. So these are the examples of phylum Porifera. Okay, so whatever we have learned, we will just recall it. Okay, so and then we'll move to the next phylum. So in phylum Porifera, we have studied the grade of organization is cellular. It is not so much well developed organism, right? It is just developed to cellular level. Then we have studied they are asymmetric, or only few are radial symmetric. Okay, so germ layers are completely absent. So coelom is also absent. That is why we call them as acoelomate. That means coelom is not lined with mesoderm. Next, habit and habitat was they are mostly aquatic habitat, they are marine, they are sedentary, that means they attach to the ground, solitary, ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಆದರೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಕಾಲೋನಿಯಲ್ ಆದರೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟಿವ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಹೌ ದ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್? The digestion takes place intracellular digestion inside the cell. Okay, so next, circulatory system is also absent. How the reproduction takes place? Reproduction is both asexual as well as sexual. And you have seen they are hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite meaning both sex organs, male and female sex organs, are present in the same organism. Next, the fertilization is internal fertilization. Okay, and development is indirect. There is larval stages occurring. Okay, so then what are the unique features that we have studied? There was water canal system. So there are millions of ostia through which the water enters to spongocoel. Okay, so and the canals are lined with cyanocytes. Okay, that you should, or cyanocytes or collar cells, that you should remember. And body cells or body is supported by spicules and spongin fibers for its support. Okay, so then examples also you should remember: Cycon, Spongilla and Euspongia. So now we will move to the next phylum, that is phylum Cnidaria. Okay, so what are the general characteristics of phylum Cnidaria? How the grade of organization is there? Okay, in phylum Porifera we have studied only it was cellular level of organization. So higher level yaud banta? Tissue level of organization. So phylum Cnidaria, you can see tissue level of organization. Okay, so how the symmetry is? Symmetry is radial. That means you can cut it in any point. As you can see here, radial symmetry. Any axis if you cut also, you can get equal parts. Okay, so then we call it as radial symmetry. Okay, and germ layers are diploblastic. Diploblastic means there are two germ layers will be present. What are these two derms? As you can see, there will be ectoderm, there will be endoderm. Instead of mesoderm, there will be mesoglia. Okay, so that will be present. So mesoderm is absent but mesoglia is present. So only two germ layers, ectoderm and endoderm, is present. So then we call it as diploblastic. Okay, so grade of organization is tissue level of organization. Symmetry was radial. Germ layer is diploblastic, two germ layers. And coelom is, here also it is coelomate. Okay, it is not lined by mesoderm. ಈಗ obviously mesoderm absent ಐತಿ, mesoderm ಬದಲು mesoglea ಐತಿ, ಅದು ಡಿಪ್ಲೋಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಐತಿ. ectoderm endoderm ಅಷ್ಟ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಅದಾವ, mesoderm ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ obviously coelomಗೆ ಲೈನ್ ಆಗಿರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿಗೆ ಲೈನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತದ, obviously a coelomate. Okay, so it is a coelomate. Mesoderm is absent, so it is not lined by mesoderm, then we call it as a coelomate. So first video, if you remember, if you study properly, then the terms ಏನೇನು ಕಲಿತಿರಲ್ಲ, everything will be very easy. Okay, so these are the general characteristics. It has tissue level of organization, it has radial symmetry, the germ layers are 2, that is why diploblastic, and it is a coelomate. So what is habit and habitat? So even they are also aquatic, they are also mostly marine in nature. So they are sessile, andre even they can be attached to the surface and they can be attached, okay, sedimentary, okay, or they can be, sometimes they are free living, so they can be sedimentary attached to the surface, or they can be free living like that. Okay, next solitary, that means they can be single, okay, they can be single, and they can be colonial, solitary or colonial, or they can be present, colonial meaning they can be present in the groups. Okay, so ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತಾವ, ಒಂದು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ತಾವ ಅಥವಾ ಫ್ರೀ ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತೀವಿ, ಸಸೈಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆರ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸೊಲಿಟರಿ ಆರ್ ಕೊಲೋನಿಯಲ್, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಈ ತರ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಆಗಾದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ತಾವ ಅಥವಾ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್, ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ colonial. So this comes the habit and habitat. So next, what are again the other general characteristics? So digestive system is incomplete. When I was teaching you the organ system, then I have taught you what is incomplete digestion. Incomplete digestion meaning only one opening will be there for intake of food and also exit of the unwanted waste material. Okay, so then we call it as incomplete digestion. So digestive system is incomplete means there is only one opening. Okay, so as you can see here, there is only one opening for intake of food, also for excretion of the food also, then we call it as incomplete digestive system. Okay, so digestive system is incomplete. It is intracellular and extracellular digestion. So both intracellular and extracellular digestion can be seen. So what is intracellular and extracellular digestion? Intracellular means digestion taking place inside the cell. Extracellular digestion means digestion taking place outside the cell. So both intra and extracellular digestion you can see here. Okay, so intracellular and extracellular digestion you can see here. First, what is happening? The digestive enzyme released from a gland cell. Outside the cell there are some enzymes released. So ಒಂದು ಏನೋ ಫುಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಐತಿ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಐತಿ, ಅದನ್ನಿದೆ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟಿವ್ ಎಂಜೈಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ದೀಸ್ ಫುಡ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಆರ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಫುಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತೆ, ಅದು ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ absorb. Okay, food particle is engulfed. Okay, when it engulfed, that means it is taking inside, then inside the cell again the it is digested in the food vacuole inside the cell. So extracellular digestion is also there and intracellular digestion is also there. Okay, so respiratory system is absent, circulatory system is also absent. Okay, so next comes reproduction. Okay, so polyp reproduces asexually, that means budding, and medusa produces sexually. So most are separate sexes. External fertilization development is indirect. So you might be thinking, what is this polyp and what is this medusa? Okay, so these are the unique features. Okay, these are the two different types you can see in these phylum Cnidaria. So what are these unique features? Polyp is a type which will reproduce by asexual reproduction, okay, by producing the budding, and medusa can reproduce sexually. So how it is done, we will study now. So you can see here polyp and medusa forms ಏನದವ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಟೂ ಬಾಡಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ ಕ್ನೈಡೀರಿಯನ್ ಒಳಗೆ. ಪಾಲಿಪ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಡ್ ಅಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ವಿತ್ ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಮೌತ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೆಂಟಾಕಲ್ಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೈಡ್ರಾ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಡಾಮ್ಸಿಯಾ. Okay, so medusa ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ umbrella like free living or free swimming sexual form with downwardly directed mouth and tentacles. Okay, examples Aurelia, which is jellyfish. Okay, ಇದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಟೂ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಓಕೆ, ಪಾಲಿಪ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಸೆಕ್ಷುಲಿ ರೀಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಅದು ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತೈತಿ, ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಟೆಂಟಾಕಲ್ಸ್ ಈ ತರ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಹೈಡ್ರಾನು ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಹೈಡ್ರಾಗ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತೈತಿ, ಮ್ಯಾಲ ಈ ತರ ಟೆಂಟಾಕಲ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ, ತಳಗ ಈ ತರ ಬಾಡಿ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಡ್ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ, ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಡಿಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ grow as a new organism, right? So even in case of Adamsia. Okay, so polyp ಅಂದ್ರೇನ ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಎದ್ರೊಳಗ ಫೈಲಮ್ ಕ್ನೈಡೀರಿಯಾ ಒಳಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಡ್ asexual form. Okay, it reproduces asexually. It will be having upwardly directed mouth. Okay, upwardly directed mouth and tentacles. Example hydra and adamsia. So then what is this medusa? Medusa is nothing but it is like umbrella like structure. Okay, illidella next one medusa. Ida eradu form idradidu it is Cnidaria only. Okay, so ಅದ್ರೊಳಗೆ sexual forming ನಾವೇನಂತೀವಿ, medusa ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, which is having umbrella like structure. It is free swimming. Okay, so free swimming sexual form ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, and it is how it is downwardly directed mouth. Okay, so it is having downwardly directed mouth. Okay, mouth ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತೈತಿ, downward directed ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. Okay, so and even tentacles ಅದಾವಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, they are also downwardly directed. So polyp is, if they ask for different forms, two forms of different phylum Cnidaria ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ you should write polyp which is upwardly directed mouth and tentacles present. Medusa it is downwardly directed tentacles and mouth is present. Okay, it is asexual form and it is sexual form. Okay, so it is attached, okay, or sedentary, and it is free swimming. So these are the differences you should know. Okay, so as you can see, there is alternation of generation. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಮೆಟಾಜೆನೆಸಿಸ್. ಮೆಟಾಜೆನೆಸಿಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನ, ಅಲ್ಟರ್ನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್. ಮೆಟಾಮೆರಿಸಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೆಟಾಜೆನೆಸಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಇಟ್. ಮೆಟಾಜೆನೆಸಿಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನ ಅಲ್ಟರ್ನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್, ಆಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೇನ, ಸೊ ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ you can see here, it is the phenomena shown by some cnidarians in which polyp produces medusae asexually and medusae form polyps sexually. Okay, so examples in case of obelia. Okay, as you can see here, ಏನೈತಿ polyp. ಸೊ ಈ polyp ಅಂದ್ರೇನ asexual form, upward direction mouth ಐತಿ, tentacles ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಅದಾವ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ reproduces asexually. asexual reproduction ಈಗ buds formation ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. buds formation ಮಾಡಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, this bud ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, it will develop into medusa. Okay, ಈ medusa ಏನೈತಿ, medusa is downward, mouth downwardly ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. Okay, tentacles are also downward and they are having the male and female sex organs. ಅವಾಗ ಅವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ, ಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್, they will produce the gametes. As you can see here, the sperms and eggs are produced and the fertilization takes place to form zygote. Okay, ಈ zygote ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, sometimes they will develop as so this zygote will develop as again polyp. So polyp ಇಂದ ಏನಾಕೈತಿ, asexual reproduction ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಅದೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಮೆಡುಸಾ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಈ ಮೆಡುಸಾ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪಾಲಿಪ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ there are alternation of generation. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ, ಅಲ್ಟರ್ನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಈಗ ಪಾಲಿಪ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ 2n ಐತಿ, ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಐತಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಪಾಲಿಪ್ ಏನಾಗತೈತಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಇದು ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಇದೇನು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡತೈತಿ, it is forming the medusa, so which will give rise to the egg and sperm, which are n and n. Okay, meiotically. Okay, there is meiotic division. By meiosis what they are producing, egg and sperm, and again egg n together again 2n diploid. Okay, so like this there is alternation of generation. Okay, so polyp in the end produce agateti, asexually medusa produce agateti, and this medusa sexual reproduction in the again polyp produce ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. So this is alternation of generation. So you should remember, very very important slide. So now you got to know what is polyp and medusa. So now we'll move to reproduction, how the reproduction takes. What is reproduction here? Reproduction, polyp reproduces asexually. So polyp heng produce madateti, asexually produce madateti. As you can see here, even hydra is also polyp. Okay, it is also polyp. So polyp reproduces asexually. Okay, and then it reproduces what? It produces medusa. This medusa can also produce asexually, but when it produces sexually it will form the polyp again. Okay, so ಇದು asexual reproduction ತಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, but sometimes ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, it produces the ಲಾರ್ವಾ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ, ಅದು ಲಾರ್ವಾ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಮೆಡುಸಾ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಆ ಮೆಡುಸಾನು ತಾನ ಅಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರೀಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್, ದೀಸ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ fuse together to form again polyp. Okay, so in detail they may not ask you to explain the cycle, but you should remember how it is done by drawing the diagrams. Okay, by drawing representation you will easily remember. So how the reproduction, when they ask for reproduction, what you should write? Polyp reproduces asexually by budding and medusa reproduces by sexually. So most are separate sexes. So polyp and medusa, so medusa will have two different sexes. Okay, they are separate sexes, male and female will be different, and fertilization is external. Okay, so that means polyp, as you can see here, so polyp produces medusa will have two types, male and female. Okay, male and female. So if female produces egg and male produces sperm, so fertilization is not taking place inside the female. One female olaga fertilization agatilla, outside the female body water olag fertilization agateti. So then we call it as external fertilization. Okay, and development enagateti, again it is indirect ಅಂದ್ರೆ zygote agateti. This zygote is again developing into a larva. ಈ ಲಾರ್ವಾ ಏನಾಗಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಲಾರ್ವಾ ಮೇ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಪಾಲಿಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಪಾಲಿಪ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ things, these points you should remember. So general characters are, it is having polyp and medusa. There are two forms here. Polyp ಹೆಂಗ್ reproduce ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, it reproduces asexually by budding, and medusa reproduces sexually, and the most of them are separate sexes, and fertilization is external here as I have shown here, and development is indirect because they are having larval stages. Okay, so unique features again. So this comes the reproduction. That's why I have shown you the unique features, explained you the unique features first, so that you will remember, understand ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಮ್ಮೆ understand ಆಗಲ್ಲ. So now what are other unique features of this cnidaria? Okay, so tentacles with cnidoblast. What are these? The tentacles, whatever. So as you can see, the hydra, the tentacles are present no. So these tentacles will have finger like structures which surrounds the mouth of the coelenterates, which is used for food capture and defense. Iga, if this is the hydra, it will be having mouth here. Mouth ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ, ಟೆಂಟಾಕಲ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಈ ಟೆಂಟಾಕಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ, ಟೆಂಟಾಕಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕ್ನೈಡೋಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಿಂಗರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಅವೇನಿರ್ತಾವ, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಫುಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್. ಫುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್, ತಮ್ಮನ್ನು ತಾವು ಕಾಪಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಕ್ನೈಡೋ, ಆಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್, okay, in this structure you can see there are tentacles. ಈ tentacles ನೀವು zoom ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ, so they'll be having the structures like this, trigger and nematocyst inside, so that ಈಸಿಲಿ ಅವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೇ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫುಡ್ ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಈಸಿಲಿ ಬಂದು ತೊಗೋಬೋದು. ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಯಿಲ್ಡ್ ಥ್ರೆಡ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಆ ಪ್ರೇನ ಜಕ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಯೂನಿಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಐತೆ ಅನ್ಸತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್, ಇವನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಒಂದು ನೀವು ಝೂಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ seen like this. Okay, they'll be having again ಇಷ್ಟ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಒಳಗೂ ಕಾಯಿಲ್ಡ್ ಥ್ರೆಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್. ಕ್ನೈಡೋಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹಂಗಿದ್ರೆ, cnidocytes, which are stinging cells present on the tentacles and the body with a poison filled capsule called nematocyst. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಏನೈತಿದೆ, ಕ್ನೈಡೋಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹಂಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಟೆಂಟಾಕಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವ, ಫಿಂಗರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಓಕೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಸರೌಂಡ್ ದಿ ಮೌತ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ coelenterates, ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಫುಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಕ್ನೈಡೋಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾವ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. So if you zoom it and if you see it, they will be having nematocyst. So nematocyst edukirtava, they are having they are nothing but poison filled capsule like structures. Okay, capsule like structures adava which are poison filled, which are filled with poison. We call it as nematocyst. So avadike use ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ. So cnidoblast is used for anchorage, defense and capturing of the prey. ಸೊ ಬರೇ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಆ್ಯಂಕರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕೊಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಲೈಕ್ ಕ್ನೈಡೋಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್, ಅದು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ಯೂಲ್ ಆರ್ ಪಾಯ್ಸನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ಯೂಲ್. ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಯಾಟೋಸಿಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಪ್ರೇ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೂ, ಅದೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಫುಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೂ ಅಥವಾ ತನ್ನ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸಿಗೆ ಅದೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಈ ನಿಮ್ಯಾಟೋಸಿಸ್ಟನ್ನು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೈತಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ for defense also to capture the prey. So this is very very important unique feature. You should remember how the cnidaria, okay, they have developed the defense system in their tentacles. Okay, you should remember. So tentacles are nothing but finger like structures surrounding the mouth of the coelenterates, which are used to capture food and also used for defense. So what are these cnidoblast? So we can also call them as cnidocytes. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಸ್ಟಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ಆಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ, ಸ್ಟಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್, they are used for the protection, defense and also for the food capture. They'll be having nematocyst, which is poison filled capsule like structure, which is used to capture the prey, also for defense. Okay, so what are the other unique features? The other unique features are the gastrovascular cavity, that we call it as cylindron, with an opening, that is mouth, on hypostome. The presence of this cavity, which cavity? Gastrovascular cavity. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Cylindron ಅಂತನೂ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. With only one opening, that is mouth, on the hypostome. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Hypostome ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇದು another unique features. There is gastrovascular cavity. Okay, so gastrovascular cavity, we call it as cylindron. So gastrovascular cavity, which we call it as cylindron, with one opening on hypostome is present. So we call it as which is the another unique feature of this kingdom Cnidaria, or kingdom Cnidaria. Next unique feature, we have studied this already now. So polyp and medusa. So there are two forms which are called as polyp, which is asexually reproducing form, example Hydra and Adamsia, and medusa is free living umbrella like form, which is sexually reproducing form. So which is the example is Aurelia or jellyfish. So this is the one more unique features of the kingdom, if this phylum Cnidaria. So this is metagenesis. I have already explained you now. So before explaining the reproduction, to make you understand what is metagenesis, there is alternation of generation. Example you should remember in Obelia, how the alternation of generation takes place. From polyp, how the medusa is formed, and how from the medusa polyp is formed. So here by asexual reproduction, by here by sexually. So that's why we call it as alternation of generation, or metagenesis, that we have studied. Okay, so this is another unique feature of the phylum Cnidaria. So what are again other features? The corals have skeleton made up of calcium carbonate. Okay, so for the protection, they have the skeleton, their skeleton, these organisms, their whole skeleton, it is made up of calcium carbonate. Okay, for their protection. So calcium carbonate is present, and that is why they are used for many other uses. Okay, so mushroom corals, brain coral, okay, Midropora. So these are some other examples of this phylum. So other examples, what you can see, most popular examples are Hydra, Obelia, Physalia, that is called Portuguese man of war. These are they are named very differently because of their unique features. You should go and you should check them if you are really interested. Okay, so Portuguese man of war and Adamsia, sea anemone anta karitev nav idಕ್ಕೆ, and then Peninsula, which is sea pen ಗತ್ತೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ, sea pen, and Gorgonia, which is sea fan ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ ನಾವು, and then Mandrina, which is brain coral ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. So these are some of the examples of phylum Cnidaria. Okay, so we will just do all the characters once at a glance ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣ, so that we will move to the next phylum. Okay, so phylum Cnidaria, what we have studied? We studied that phylum Cnidaria shows tissue level of organization, symmetries, radial symmetry. So it is having radial symmetry, that means it can be cut by any ways. Okay, so then to get the equal halves. Next, germ layers is diploblastic, that means only 2 germ layers are present, and it is acoelomate. the coelom is not the cavity is not lined by mesoderm. Habit is, it is aquatic, sessile, free swimming, sessile or free swimming, solitary or colonial. Digestive system is incomplete. Okay, only one opening will be present. And how the digestion takes place? Intracellular and extracellular digestion. Respiratory system absent, circulatory system absent. So reproduction anta bandag neeven pitkobeku. Polyp, especially you should remember these words. Polyp reproduces asexually, right, by budding, and medusa reproduces sexually. So most and sexes are separate. Most sexes are separate. There is external fertilization, that is fertilization takes place outside the female body, and development is indirect, that is larval stage is seen. Okay, so that you should remember. And what are the unique features? Again, there are tentacles. Seeing tentacles irtavala, they will be having cnidoblast. A cnidoblast olage enirtati, they will have sting cells or nematocyst anta kalitrala. So they will have poisonous capsule to defense as well as to catch the prey. Adnu nenpitkobeku. Okay, so tentacles will have cnidoblast, which will be having sting like structures, thread like structures, which will help them to capture the prey. ಬೇರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಊಟ ಹುಡ್ಕಾಕ ಮತ್ತು ತನ್ನ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಕ್ನೈಡೋಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಂಟಾಕಲ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಯುನಿಕ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದು? ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ಟ್ರೋವ್ಯಾಸ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಸೀಲೆಂಟರಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಿತ್ ಆನ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಮೌತ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಹೈಪೋಸ್ಡೋಮ್. ಇದನ್ನ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಪಾಲಿಪ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೆಡುಸಾ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಅದು ಯುನಿಕ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್. ಅದು ಎದ್ರೊಳಗೂ ಬೇರೆದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ನೋಡಿಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ another unique feature, and that is why they show alternation of generation. Okay, so alternation of generation torustiti, metagenesis torustiti, especially that you should remember that word metagenesis. And the skeleton of these species are made up of calcium carbonate. Okay, examples: Hydra, Obelia, Aurelia, Physalia, Adamsia, Peninsula, Gorgonia and Mandrina. You should remember these examples. So today we have studied the characteristics of phylum Porifera and phylum Cnidaria. How differently they are. You can see they are having what kind of level of organization, symmetry, germ layers, what is their habitat, how the digestive system is present, how the reproduction takes place. Okay, how they protect themselves, how they catch the food. Okay, how they reproduce. Okay, everything we have studied. Okay, so very interesting topics in the animal kingdom. Different phylum will have different characteristics and different features. Okay, so next video probably will start with phylum Ctenophora. So as for now, thank you